to take up, you need to be prepared to take up that with passion. That is where the passion is needed. That is where the self-motivation is needed. Usually the sales leadership, there won't be any person to motivate. Though he is a human, but you need to have a passionate paper. But you will be rewarded for all those things. Don't worry, because your skills, your competencies, and a lot of things that you will be rewarded with this condition. So you need to absorb pressure. You should be able to absorb pressure but not collapse. And the mental balance. Mental balance, as I mentioned, like this pilot story, you should not get into cognitive tunneling of kind of situations. So mental balance need to be there. So you need to have the ability to see, understand things, because now for an example, now අපි ඔයගලන්ට කම්බෙලා දෙනවද නැහැ මම හිතන්නේ මම එහෙමම කියන්න මමත් කළයි කියලා මමත් අපි සමහර ස්ටේජ් එකවලදී අර ප්‍රෙෂර් එක එනකොට අන්න මේ ලොක්කා තමයි කියන්නේ මේක කරන්න. හරි අම්මෝ මට නම් එපා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි එහෙම කියන්න පුළුවන් කෙනෙකුට. ඒ මොකද because of the pressure. So that is a suicide. So you as I mentioned before, slides before in leadership, I spoke about leadership personality. You will come to zero with that statement. Right? So that happens when you lose your mental balance. In the same way, you go out to your boss and say, my God, මිනිසුන්ට කියන දෙයක් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මගේ. කියන දේ කරන්නේ නැහැ. So then you should not be there. You should not go and complain. You should go home then as a leader. So that's how I will believe. So that is again you surrender yourself to pressure from doubt. So someone asked that question also, if your subordinates are not doing your job, it's your fault, right? You have to have solution to handle that, and you should have maturity, experience, exposure to handle that. When you have 95 people and 5 people not doing that, that's totally a different story where, as we discussed, we need to handle that. But otherwise, it's your job. You can't go and complain to your top, these guys are not listening, or these guys are not doing their job. So you will see, you can have a good smile in future. Next even 10-15 years, you will see people, a lot of people complain about, yeah, they are people. So they are subordinates. It's not that they should complain about them. You need to, it's your responsibility. So they complain about their subordinates because when they lose the mental balance. So it has happened to me. It can happen to you, right? This is not very taboo thing. You know, we are all humans. It has happened to me. Maybe it has happened to my bosses also, previous bosses whom I take as role models, right? Whom I have learned a lot. I have learned all these things from my people whom I have worked. So maybe it has happened to them also. It will happen to you. It has happened to me. So we need to be aware that this could happen. So then you can avoid that. So this is how you need to manage motivation. I basically spoke about how you avoid over-dependency, then how you study your teams and situations and preferences and design your motivation, and also about self, because as a leader, being motivated is very, very important to motivate. Maybe sometimes also, let me tell you, sometimes maybe you are not motivated at all, to be very frank, but you should not show that outside, and you should have the capacity to energetically motivate others. This is something that I am saying is very, very difficult task. It's like you are trying to charge another battery, which that battery is totally gone, right? But you want to charge the other battery. Sales leader should be prepared to do that. Okay. Any questions on this slide? Fine. Now we have, okay. Time is good. Yes.
Simple. This is Shakya speaking here.
Shakya, yes, Shakya.
Mm, I'd like to know, since we are talking about motivation,
Yeah.
what sort of steps that you have taken so far to, I mean, since you're working with Asians, Sri Lankans, the toughest people to handle, uh, how have you gone, I mean, come up so far? What sort of positionings, strategies that you have used to achieve targets?
Yes, Shakya, I have to answer you now also, and you will have an answer in my next slides also, few next slides also. But giving a direct answer, I think you are referring to whether I'm doing monetary only, then rewards, that kind of things. But mainly, since you spoke about Asians and other nations also, uh, here actually the rewards and recognition plays a major role than monetary rewards for motivation, especially Sri Lankans. You have a distinct difference between Sri Lankans and other nations also when it comes to this particular thing, as per my belief, because really you can and also show them a path, progress, career advancement, future. So I have basically done that. So to answer your question directly, my approach had been monetary. You have to give that, you have to do that. That those are basics. But mainly I have focused on uh, motivating my people by creating a future for them, creating a future for them, build up their competencies, knowledge, and their thinking. Basically, that's how I have motivated people. This has worked for me very well, Shakya. Did I answer
All right,
your
thank.
question?
I think you have almost, but I think I need a little bit more explanation. Maybe
Please.
by the next slide, I will get my answer. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
If I don't answer, because that's a very important question, if I don't do that, please again raise that question after next few slides, Shakya.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Pearl.
Thank you. Okay. Common motivational tools in sales. So create positive working environment. Actually, this is out of these four columns. If this is a prerequisite, so if you don't have this, your people will be really demotivated. Step up allowances and things like that. What I have mentioned is in sales you give lunch allowance. And all the allowances, laundry allowance, to transport allowance. So because we do all these things to bring everyone to one level. I mean, it's not easy, it's not happening fully also, but to take to a certain level. So this step up in allowances are given. So, and also the tools and equipments. When you say tools and equipments now, the phone, the vehicle for an area manager, and different maybe technical salespeople, there may be different elements. If they are selling maybe TVs, you need different equipments to check, and maybe automobiles, different things. So basic those equipments and tools need to be given for you to, I mean, create environment. And also the company image is a very important element in creating positive environment. So here one would say a company, which a startup company, how they, I mean, this, that is a challenge. Then they are the people who are frontliners, who are going to create that image. So that is again you need, the leaders need to use that as a motivation, because even during my career I have worked for startup, even within the this organization I have led startup projects. So then you have a direct comparison between, I have led both the prestigious brands as well as startups. So always you have a comparison within the company also. So then leader should be smart enough to take that as an opportunity to motivate your people. So creating positive working environment is a very good motivational tool. Then incentives, monetary benefits, those are all target based. This much you achieve, this much you give, and so on, and this percentage again you get more. And the package benefits, you have a lot of other benefits packed into basically target based, achievement based. And then the reward and recognition. Then you have monthly or annual competitions running. So a lot of companies, they have annual sales area manager of the year, executive of the year, sales representative of the year, and so on. So those are rewards and recognition, the basic things, common things. And recognition in operation. Now, this is how you people, the leaders, need to handle smartly. So you will not spend much money on this, to be very frank. But you will develop people. Now, I am sure I will give an in-depth answer to Shaka's question here. So recognition in operation, day to day, how you recognize the person who are doing well, and how you make use of him to motivate others, how you develop him or her, and this is a very complex and sustainable and progressive method. This is not being discussed in most of motivational techniques or theories. So this is a very effective method where you don't have much of a cost. I am not trying to say that's only because of there's no cost that you will do that, but there can be cost also if you are sending that person for overseas training or things like that. As you see in the other column, where from there to you will shift to the fourth column. But mostly in operation, day-to-day meetings, and the entire team knows this person perform well and he gets an opportunity, and you need to get close to him, match him. And also you need to create that environment, and you should not allow him to be the star and look at others in a different way. No, you have to create an environment and culture for him to participate in the whole. That is again in the leadership role. It's leadership responsibility. How you motivate others with the set who is walking in front. And here, this is where you need to nurture the collaboration and teamwork and helping others. All those HR related new terms and things like that, it's very easy to put into their system. So because this is in the operation and it's effective also, you see the progress every day, every week, every month. So this recognition is very, very live and effective. And then the personal development and career advancement. Always the training opportunities and workshops you send. Then you give additional responsibilities. Those are very, the second two pillars are very, very effective. Lot of future motivational tools will be developed upon these two columns. Mind you, again, now what we discuss today, and again, if we discuss after 6 months or 1 year, it will be totally different. That we will talk about totally different points. And you all professionals working in the field will develop a lot of things. You need to develop not only on these structures, but by working with passion. This is why the passion is important. When you have passion, this is why I mentioned that I want to link my slides with others. Why you need to have a passionate leader? Because then that person will motivate the team in different manner. So again, in the yellow box, I have mentioned the tangible progress. So this is the best method of motivating a team or individual, especially team motivation, because you promise something. When you take up a leader, when you take up a assignment, you can promise your superiors as well as promise your team. You can promise your team that you do this to them, not only incentives or monetary terms, but in terms of their competencies, in terms of capacity improvements, in terms of their future. You promise something, and every time, daily, monthly, weekly, when you see the progress, that the team is motivated. So this is not easy like as what I say. It's a process where the leader need to be really involved and work with a lot of passion. I have to come back to Shaka and ask whether she got the answer in this slide, which she said she got almost. So almost means not 100%.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the feedback. Okay. So any other questions? Or views, disagreements, different views? Fine. We have 1 more hour to go. We'll manage time also. Okay. Very few, only 2 slides, but we will discuss, at least make use of half an hour to have a discussion. And again, behavioral theory is relevant to leadership. Again, I am not going to go into deep. This is the best place to learn theory is the internet. So to say this, when we were studying, I think our lecturers also have told us that we didn't agree with them. You know why? Then we are coming to the class. You are not teaching at that time. But because now this is the best tool is because you have to spend time, and rather than tutoring that theory, you need to, it's kind of a put into practice kind of a thing, where you can learn a theory and relate it to personalities, situations, certain businesses, case studies, and understand that. So leadership, you know, give me a second. There had been a small. I am losing one slide here. Okay. Right. So this slide is been slide number 12 is been duplicated. I want to go to slide number 13. Yes, behavioral theory is relevant to motivation. So very famous at very early stages of learning certain structured education in management or HR. You usually hear to this hierarchy of needs theory. So it is for motivation. Yes, I will take one example to explain this. So it shows how the hierarchy of needs, it goes up. I mean, it mostly with you mature, with you go up in the age that it happens. But sometimes even without that, you can you may go through this process and change your needs. So usually a salesperson, why you should know different needs at different levels. If I mention with one example, I can remember very early, I mean previous few years before, when we design a motivational, the incentive plan for frontliners. In my previous place, was working with international player also. So they gave us the package, you know. They told us, okay, this planner overseas tour for sales representatives. So we planned a overseas tour, reasonably well results. We achieved our objectives also with lot of effort. But end of the program, when we selected 5 people and when we offered them that tour, they wanted money. They wanted cash. They wanted to encash that offer, because most of them, they were saying that they want to the TS, the frontliners from most of them were from not from urban towns, suburbans and rural areas. They were saying that a lot of guys were saying that they are building a house, and if they can have cash, they can make use of that. So I didn't realize that at that time. Now I realize. So this is we missed this theory, you know, at very early stage with that background. Their preference, their need is not that, you know. So you need to be careful. Maybe when you plan for ASMs or RSMs, you study the hierarchy, how it goes up, how the needs change. Then you can design your incentive plans, the packages, rewards. So that is the best lesson which I can share with you. So they wanted money, but we somehow convinced our international. I was working for Gillette, them, and we got cash for them. So I want to say, if we offered something else which really goes with that,